any spot on the globe. Wirelessly. It's true. I have demonstrated it with my Colorado experiments. All one needs is a simple receiver the size of this book.
Tesla grabs a random book from the bookshelf.
Wait, you're telling me something like this could draw electrical power from the air?
For household needs, it is the perfect size. Anyone in the world could avail themselves of it. But this is merely the first stage. I have also devised plans to alter the planetary weather systems, rain for arid deserts, and drought for stricken farmlands, and methods for electrically charging the upper ionosphere to light shipping lanes at night. The possibilities are endless.
And I am to be the proud beneficiary of this magnificent plan.
All it needs is a few more dollars to become a reality.
Get out, Tesla.
But, sir...
You're a goddamn liar. Now get out! You promised me one thing, you build another. I ask you for a simple communication system, and you build it Jules Verne fantasy. You play with my money like a spoiled wife, and then you have the gall to tell me my obligations to humanity, you vainglorious little bastard. I'm tired of your visionary dreams and your naive prattling. I'm tired of it, Tesla. Now leave my office now. Now!
But, sir...
Get out!
Tesla quickly gathers up his papers and beats a hasty exit. Waldorf Astoria, Palm Room, night. Tesla sits at his table with a partially eaten bread roll and a glass of milk in front of him. Tesla writes a letter.
Dear Mr. Westinghouse, you once promised you would entertain any offer I may put before you. Well, will you not now help me in my present venture? The transmission of power without wires will be very soon creating...
Westinghouse office day. Westinghouse sits at his desk and reads Tesla's letter.
An industrial revolution, such as the world has never seen. Who will derive greater benefits from it than yourself?
Westinghouse guiltily tears the letter and trashes it. Omitted scenes. Tesla reads an electrical trade publication. A headline reads, Tesla's unfulfilled promises. Tesla arrives at Wardenclyffe to find the remaining workers have stopped work. Sheriff tells them they haven't been paid and the funds have all run out. Tesla beseeches them to keep the faith and promises bonuses when their ship comes in. Printing press, series of shots. It churns out elaborately designed pamphlets titled Tesla Manifesto. Lavish prints of the Colorado station, the laboratory, and the tower at Wardenclyffe, pen and ink drawings of his many inventions, all folded into a maroon vellum binder. Interior Wardenclyffe office day. Tesla hands a stack of huge envelopes to a messenger. Interior 3 Wall Street offices day in a montage. Various millionaires dictate to their secretaries.
While wishing you all possible luck, I do not care to go into the company myself.
The idea sounds promising. Perhaps a little more development is in order.
Unfortunately, our plate is full.
There's an omitted scene where the Johnsons at bedtime and Robert reads an overtly optimistic letter from Tesla. Katharine smiles wistfully. Interior Fortune Ryan's office day. Tesla stands and awaits the verdict of the millionaire Thomas Fortune Ryan, who peruses the contents of the vellum binder while fondling a handful of diamonds.
All right, Mr. Tesla. I shall take 1/4. Where do I sign?
Sign? Your signature. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for such a quick... Obviously, you are a decisive man. There's a good reason you're such a man of position and wealth. 1/4. That's 25,000. I will undertake to drop the papers immediately. Mr. Ryan, this is a momentous thing you've done. You wouldn't consider underwriting the entire 100,000.
Well, if you can do for me what you did for Westinghouse...
Oh, George Westinghouse will seem a pauper by comparison. Mr. Ryan, I will not take up any more of your time. Let me speak to my partner about your wonderful offer, and I shall soon return.
A partner? Anyone I know?
Oh, I am sorry. I am under orders to keep his name confidential. I'd be remiss if I...
We are talking about a significant amount of money, Mr. Tesla. I prefer to know who I'm doing business with.
It's Pierpont Morgan.
Morgan? Well, you couldn't be in better hands. Count me in, Mr. Tesla.
Ryan pulls out his checkbook and dashes off a check. Tesla can't believe his good fortune.
Here's $10,000. consider it a deposit on my investment until you have furnished me with all the proper papers. Is that all right?
Tesla curbs his impulse to leap in joy. Interior, Johnson dining room evening. Tesla sits once again at the Johnson dinner table, surrounded by the usual bevy of illuminous guests.
And so, after that little altercation in San Remo, our train finally arrives in Rome, where we're immediately whisked off to the suite of Mr. Shaloja.
An ambassador's first call must always be to a country's foreign minister.
And as we are forced to travel the entire night by coach, we are scarcely able to stand.
Robert was nodding off right in front of the Italian minister.
Lord knows that was the last thing I wanted to do, create an incident by citing our own transportation arrangements.
So Robert proceeds to recite a list of fictitious medical ailments.
Narcolepsy was a good one.
And he bought it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, this is wonderful. My good friend is now an ambassador. I must congratulate you, Luca. I am sure you'll prove an exceptional representative between your naps. A toast!
Here, here.
Everyone toasts. Katharine and Tesla's eyes meet. The exchange of looks is fond and familial.
I must say, Mr. Inventor, it is a rare pleasure to have you back with us. You're in much brighter spirits these days.
Ah, Mrs. Filippov, nothing escapes your acute sense of observation. Indeed, my stocks have gone up considerably this week.
Oh, Morgan's finally come through?
No, Fortune Orion.
Ryan? Well, you're not about to become one of the filthy rich, are you?
My dear Luca, I may become rich, but never, never filthy.
Exterior ocean near Breezy Point, New York day. Morgan's sleek 300-foot black-hulled Corsair 3 majestically slices through the water. Interior Corsair 3 lounge day. Morgan, Astor, and Ryan hold a secret conference.
He's balmy if you ask me.
Oh, JJ, that's a bit harsh. Geniuses are supposed to be eccentric. I think he's onto something.
Onto something. I'll say he's onto something.
You don't think he can do it?
Oh, I've no doubt he can do it. Oh, yes, he is balmy, and yes, he is eccentric. Hell, he's a total idiot when it comes to business matters, but when Tesla says he can transmit electricity without wires, we inherit a serious problem.
What problem?
TF, let me ask you this. Your copper interest in Colorado, how much of that goes into the manufacture of electrical wires and cables? And your lumber interests? Telegraph poles, telephone poles, electric poles, batteries? If he succeeds, there'll be no need for batteries. DC power will become obsolete. Gentlemen, we're to invest in something that brings us no returns.
No returns? But how's that?
Tesla says that with an inexpensive and simple device, anybody will be able to receive this wireless electricity. Now just pluck it from the air. How do you put a meter on that? How do you charge for the electricity? So where does that leave us? Providing energy to all those for free? Gentlemen, are we to be the world's benefactors?
They all eye each other. Not a chance. Interior Wardenclyffe workshop day. Tesla finishes welding a large conical Tesla coil, turns off the torch, and removes his face mask. Sheriff steps up with his balance books in hand.
Ryan's payment couldn't have come at a better time. Men were getting mighty restless. We've managed to pay them off, as well as a few of our creditors.
Excellent. Oh, be sure to order another OD transformer from Westinghouse, 15 kilowatts.
Sir, they refuse to extend us any more credit.
What?
We still owe them $24,000 they're threatening to repossess.
Fortune Ryan will return the finalized contracts and they'll get their damn money. Simple.
But, sir, Ryan's been slow in coming. You don't suppose he's changed his mind?
Don't be foolish. Mr. Sheriff, you lack faith sometimes, and it surprises me.
I can't stall Westinghouse anymore.
Exterior Ryan's office morning. Tesla stakes out Fortune Ryan's office building. Finally, a carriage pulls up. Ryan and an associate get out. Tesla intercepts them.
Mr. Ryan, forgive me if this is an inappropriate time, but there is some urgency.
Tesla, I'm sorry. I'm just in the midst of a merger, and I can't be interrupted.
I just need a signature, sir. It won't take about a moment.
Mr. Tesla, I'm afraid you'll have to count me out of this.
What?
I'm sorry. I've thought it over, and, well, if this is such a good thing, why doesn't Morgan see you through? J.P. Morgan is the very last man to let a good thing go.
You talked to Morgan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tesla. I must be going. Good day.
With that, Ryan and his associate enter the building. Tesla is delirious, confused. It's all going bad, and he can feel it. Tesla's office day. Tesla sits at his desk, dips his pen in an inkwell, and writes a letter.
Dear Mr. Morgan, please do not do me the injustice of believing me incapable simply because a certain sum of money was not sufficient to carry out my undertaking. You may see that my work remains uncompleted because of a lack of funds.
Morgan's office day. Morgan sits at his expansive desk, puffing away on a cigar and grimly reading Tesla's letter.
But you will never see that my inventions do not fulfill the purposes for which they are designed. $75,000 would certainly complete the plant.
Tesla's office day. Tesla is disconsolate as he reads Morgan's reply.
Dear sir, received your letters and in reply would say that I'm not willing to advance you any more money as I have frequently told you.
Morgan's office day. Morgan dictates to Miss Green.
Of course, I wish you every success in your undertaking. Yours truly, etc., etc.
Exterior Drexel Building day. A handsome cab rolls up and Tesla jumps off, dashes into the building. Morgan's office's day. Tesla storms past Miss Costa Green. She's not quick enough to intercept him.
Mr. Tesla!
Interior Morgan's office. Tesla barges in with Miss Costa Green chasing and interrupts a meeting between Morgan and his right-hand man, Mr. Bacon. Tesla waves the crumpled letter.
Mr. Morgan?
What the hell do you think you're...
Bacon.
You wish me success. Success. It's in your hands. How can you wish it?
Morgan waves off his people and they reluctantly leave.
You are a man like Bismarck. Great but uncontrollable. Men are like flies to you.
Now, Tesla...
Are you going to leave me in the hole? A year and a half ago, I could have delivered an entire system to your doorstep. The greatest invention of all times. You could be a hero to this great nation. No, a hero. But no. You let me struggle on, financially exhausted, weakened by shrewd enemies, faced with obstacles which you have piled up before me. Yes, you.
Now, you're jumping to conclusions here. What makes you think...
You make me wait 10 months while your investment trickles in, then you produce a panic in the stock market, inflation goes up, interest compounds. When I came to you for the mere pocket change, you fired me out like an office boy. Your roar is heard all over town. I am discredited. I am labeled a visionary. I am the laughingstock of my enemies. Mr. Morgan, you are a big man. But your work is wrought in passing form. Mine is immortal.
Are you finished?
I have spoken my mind.
Good. Now, Mr. Tesla, nobody rudely barges into my office uninvited and interrupts my business. You understand? You have the unmitigated gall to assume your affairs are important to me, you stupid pissat. I gave up on you long ago. Your worthless tower can burn for all I care.
Mr. Morgan!
I expected you to fulfill your end of the bargain. Now, what do you have to show for it? Nothing. Not one practical invention that can be marketed commercially. Not one. Now, I have made a contract with you in good faith. I have performed my part, and I expect you to carry out yours.
You say that you have fulfilled your contract with me. You have not.
Mr. Tesla, those are libelous words.
When we entered our contract, I furnished 1, my patent rights, 2, my abilities, 3, my goodwill. You were to furnish 1, money, 2, your business ability, 3, your goodwill.
And you've exhausted all of it, Tesla, especially the goodwill. Mr. Bacon?
Bacon enters.
You kindly escort our...
Nah, never mind. I'll take my own leave. But I promise you, you'll rue this day. Some lucky investor will reap what you lose!
Mr. Tesla, don't you ever set foot on these premises again.
Tesla leaves in a huff. Interior boxing arena day. Gentleman Jim Corbett hammers away at opponent James Jeffries in a championship bout. Tesla sits close to ringside, eyes wild with intensity, as he watches the flurry of fists and sweat. The surrounding crowd screams for blood. Interior of Tesla's mind. Retro future war. Exterior battlefield dusk. 2 humanoid robots clash in the dark landscape, battle torn and missing parts, but continuing to the death. Exterior street night. Tesla walks the streets. brisk, intense, brooding, oblivious to all around him. The occasional passerby stops and stares as Tesla talks unintelligibly into the air. Just another street crazy in New York City. Interior of Tesla's mind. Out on the ocean, an enemy destroyer patrols the waters.
Dear Mr. President, let me share with you a vision of the future which offers hope for a lasting peace for mankind. What if free people could live secure in the knowledge that their security did not rest upon the escalation of offensive weapons? That we could erect an invisible Chinese wall, a force field, to defensively stave off our foes.
The ship shoots guided missiles towards a nearby coastline. A missile crashes into the invisible force field in the sky and explodes harmlessly. Other missiles follow and explode.
Or defensive weapon that would intercept and destroy incoming armies and arsenal before they reached upon our soil.
Upper ionosphere. A retro-futuristic-looking satellite aims a particle beam cannon at the destroyer. It fires a hair-thin beam at the ship. The ship explodes and virtually disintegrates.
And what if every country had the same ways and means, the same technology? It would simply render war a pointless exercise, as every nation has maximum protection from every nation.
We follow a series of shots. The gun fires on invading airships and missiles in the distance, completely annihilating every one. Wardenclyffe Tower, night. Tesla at the top of the tower aims his particle beam device at the moon.
I alone have devised a system which accomplishes all this and more. I offer it to you, as I will to other world leaders, to the effect that nations will lay down their arms in fear and peace would be ensured. As to use the weapon would surely escalate to global annihilation, a choice no man would dare contemplate.
Tesla fires the gun. Moon's surface. The thin red beam hits, explodes the surface like 100 tons of dynamite, sending dust everywhere. Tesla yelps with glee. Thank you. Tesla's room, Hotel New Yorker, day. Tesla sits at his roll-top desk, writing the letter.
With great faith in your wisdom and awaiting your speedy reply, I remain this great nation's most ardent patriot, Nikola Tesla.
Wardenclyffe main building, day. Feeling chipper, Tesla enters to find the remaining staff in mourning. Miss Skerritt desperately tries to control her sobbing. Cito, Lowenstein, and Sheriff are equally morose.
My God, did someone die?
Sir, bad news.
Well, what, Mr. Sheriff? Spit it out.
Well, sir, it's the equipment. They're coming to repossess it. All of it. The dismantling crew comes tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'm sorry, sir. You owe Westinghouse Company $24,000. They won't wait any longer.
Tesla is distraught. Miss Skerritt bursts into tears.
The royalty checks, how about my royalty checks, my oscillators?
Your last one went to paying off the remaining workmen. I'm afraid there's none due for at least 6 more months.
But it's so close. So close. We have to start tests tomorrow.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, there's no point in keeping everybody on, is there? I can't pay you. I can't pay anybody. And I do owe you. You've been so good to me. I will repay you all. I will, I promise.
We know that, sir.
Oh, damn it all. I have nothing to send you off with. No fitting tribute. No drink to your good fortune. I don't even have that.
Oh, sir, you shouldn't concern yourself with us. It's you that's been so good to us. I'd work a lifetime for you, sir, as long as I could get by.
Sir, perhaps I could persuade the men to work overtime tonight. We could at least do a last test tonight.
The test?
Well, the magnifying transmitter can be operational by this evening. 10 million volt capacity at least. What do you say, sir? Show these Long Island yokels a spark or two?
And you all, you'd stay overtime for one last night?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Lowenstein. Yes. One last test.
Exterior Wardenclyffe Tower night. With a deafening crack, the tower comes to life, shooting off streamers and sparks hundreds of feet long. The globe is aglow with millions of small crackling sparks, illuminating the surrounding countryside with cold blue light. Tesla emerges from the tower and walks to the nearby field, holding two glowing light tubes aloft like victory swords. He walks and walks, a lone warrior in a lonely battle. Exterior Shoreham farmhouse continuous. From their porch, a nearby farmer's family curiously watches the lone figure in the distance with his lightsabers and glowing tower. Wardenclyffe Day, a rainy morning. Tesla has been up all night and looks like hell. Zito, Lowenstein, Sheriff, and Miss Skerritt are the last to leave.
Goodbye, Mr. Tesla.
In a burst of emotion, Miss Skerritt hugs Tesla. To their amazement, Tesla doesn't recoil.
God bless you.
Good luck, sir. All right.
Take care, boss.
Tesla has no words. They turn and leave as several horse-drawn wagons with men pull up to the lab building. The main repo man shows Tesla a legal writ. Wardenclyffe Generator Room Day. Men with cutting torches shear bolts and begin dismantling the generators and turbines. Tesla watches helplessly as men load up the wagons with the last of the machinery and ride off. Sheriff steps up.
Well, I've finally finished up here. Check in with you from time to time. Keep your books up to date.